Now we're going to talk about strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. The acronyms, the abbreviation will be SWOT. So in this case, is the continuation of how to build a business plan. So in the playlist, just in case if this is your first time. So now let's continue with this. So when you are building a business, you're going to have four things, like I said before: strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threats. So you have to try to optimize your strength, minimize your weakness, and optimize your opportunities, and try to reduce or block any threats that you can have in your business, or on yourself or your team. So for instance, here I wrote a few things that it may help you to identify maybe your weakness or your strengths. So in this case, excellent sales training. So if you have a team of people, they have to be able to sell. So if you don't know how to sell, the business is not going to prosper. So that is very important. If you don't know anything about that, Grant Cardone, he has a very good training books and also videos. So anything that you need, this guy is one of the best, at least from all the other guys that I've been listening. For instance, Tom Hopkins, Brian Tracy, and then you have Jeffrey Gitmer, and you have many others. So at least from all of them, this guy, he is very good what he offers. And also here, another thing that is very important, at least in my business that I was talking about, making a mechanic shop, a car shop, so that way people can come and bring their car and we can fix them. There is another book that is called The Checklist that I like it a lot. So this is very important. For instance, if you're a doctor, if you're a pilot, for airplanes or anything like that, or even if you have to return a computer or maybe a car to the customer, that you can go through the checklist saying, okay, is the AC working? Is the heater working? Is the power steering working? Is the pressure of the tires are good or not? And then you can keep checking, so that way when the customer comes and takes his car, you know that everything works perfectly because you did the checklist. Many people, they don't do that, so this is a strength of my business in this case. So great stuff. Make sure that you get the best people that you can get. And sometimes, like I said before in another video, sometimes because the good people is very difficult, that they are unemployed. Maybe you have to go and find people from another companies. That happens all the time. If let's say Google, Facebook, they start searching for people that are working in another company. They say, okay, the other company is offering you X. We are going to offer you maybe a 10% more of salary, more benefits. We're going to feed you, anything, so that way you can get the best of the best for your business. And here another thing, at least in my case, in this scenario, I was talking about saying, okay, maybe we are going to be in a town that the competition is not great, and the competition, they don't have a good the customer service, they don't check the car, they don't have the checklist, so things are not good. So we're going to have little competition, so that will be one of our strengths for our car shop. And another thing is, for instance, the weakness. So let's say in this case, because this is a scenario, I'm just making this up. Let's say that we are in this town, maybe there is no internet, or the internet is bad, we're having issue, maybe it's dial-up, they don't have cable modem, something like that. So we can say, okay, in this case, we're going to be struggling with this. In this city, maybe there is a lot of there are a lot of street potholes, so we have to deal with that as well. So we have to try to mitigate it, or maybe the location that we got is great, but the parking lot is not that good, so we may have to resurface the whole place, or something else. You have to think about all those things. Even if you're getting for instance, a business partner or something like that, the other guy, maybe the other guy likes to fix car, maybe you don't like to fix cars. So maybe I like the accounting, and the other guy is good fixing cars, so you can have a partnership, and then you can have a good business like that or something like that. Even if you have to search, for people, you have to say, okay, I need it for a salesman. So you have to make sure that the other person, they are good and at that thing. Otherwise, don't even hire them. But just in case, because sometimes people who are looking for to start a business or something like that, they start maybe with a family, with a friend or something like that, and then you have to know those things in advance. Another thing, we have opportunities. Let's say in this town that we're going, maybe there are only 3 car shops and they're not very good. Maybe they're small, they are dirty, they don't have like a nice reception place for the customer to come and everything. Maybe they don't provide food to the customers or internet or something like that. Maybe here is the opportunity. We can be better than the competition and we are going to win all those customers that they are not satisfied, and we are going to bring them with us. So we are going to attract them so that way they can come and we can make a good amount of dollars in this case. Later we were talking about threats, so threat analysis. So depending, so because I was talking about building a car shop, let's say that we are going to be fixing only Toyota Prius and that's it, these hybrid cars in California, because they don't have I mean, the fuel is very expensive, so there are a lot of people buying this type of cars. And maybe the threat is the government. They want to get rid of the combustion engines, all the cars that are running with regular fuel. So they want everything to be electric. So maybe that is our threat, and we have to think, okay, so how many years do we have until the government start banning cars and everything? So, and then after that we can decide, okay, we're going to continue, we maybe transition to electric, we close our doors, we move to another city, to another country, or anything like that. So basically that is why you have to start writing down. Maybe Toyota is coming to this country, to this town, because there was maybe a dealership in this town. So, and then maybe they can take some of the customers from us, and like that, and so on. You have to be creative, and you have to think about that, and think about, okay, what could decrease what it could be a threat to my business, and then you write it down, try to protect yourself, or maybe you have to do something extra, or maybe to move to another city, state, or country, or whatever it works for you, just to minimize it as much as possible. Maybe it's going to be impossible to have 0 threats and 0 witness, but it's something that happens to everyone, because the building that you're going to work on, I mean, it's just a building, it's just the walls, and that's it. So the people is the most important thing. So the people that you're going to have inside is the people that are going to be talking with the customer or working on their cars. So you have to try to get the best of the best, so that way you minimize the risk, the problems, and you can get a very good customer service. Now in the next video we're going to talk about human resources, so I invite you to click next in the next video, so that way you can keep learning with me. So now see you in the next class.